Back to follow-up segment tonight, effectively dealing with illegal immigration. As you know, the federal government will not do that. So things like securing the border and punishing criminal illegal aliens are ignored. Now, some states are taking action, almost defying the federal government. Joining us now from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the Attorney General of that state, Jeff Landry. So what exactly are you doing down there in Louisiana, Mr. Landry?
Well, here's what happened, Bill. In February, the city of New Orleans' police department issued instructions for its officers not to ask for the immigration status of people who were in their custody or cooperate with federal authorities. In response to that, Representative Valerie Hodges and Representative Jay Morris filed bills. Representative Hodges' bill would basically cut off funding, the public finance, for municipalities who engaged in sanctuary city policies. That bill passed through the State House with bipartisan support in an overwhelming majority, and it is now in the Senate. If we're able to pass that particular bill, what would happen is those public officials who are engaging in sanctuary city policies would have a choice. They either would protect illegals in their city, or they would risk the loss of those funds, and then their citizens would, of course, get mad at them.
All right, so in New Orleans, for example, how much does New Orleans get from the state of Louisiana, approximately? Oh,
New Orleans accesses public finance to the tunes of tens of millions of dollars.
All right, so they could stand to lose if the Senate. Now, will the Senate pass the bill, do you think?
Well, we're hoping to. I can tell you that today I think the odds are good. I think if people out there, both in Louisiana and around the nation, call the state Senate at 225-342-2040, we will get the bill through committee next week. We had a hearing on it today. It went well, except they deferred the bill to next week because there are some in the Senate who want to take out the enforcement mechanism in the bill. And we know without the enforcement mechanism, the cities will continue.
Are there any other towns in Louisiana beside New Orleans that have sanctuary city policies, as far as you know?
Yes, actually, Lafayette Parish, under the current sheriff, issued a policy basically precluding its officers from contacting the federal officials in regards to illegals in their custody. There is a new sheriff coming into Lafayette Parish in July. We visited with him. We believe he will change his policy.
Now, what about the Cates Law situation, where an illegal alien comes, hurts somebody in your state, you know, it's still not prosecuted by the federal government. ICE doesn't detain them. Is there anything going on in that area?
Well, actually, that's what these bills are intended to discourage. We believe if the bills that we spoke about actually make it into law. That's why they're so important. That's why we're asking people to contact the Louisiana State Senate. If they're enacted, those departments will change their policy, and then the collaboration between locals and the federal governments will occur, and the feds will deport people in their custody who need to be deported.
Based on your experience, do you have confidence in ICE that they will do the job? Because some places they do and some places they don't.
I do, because I can tell you that if these laws are passed, we're going to contact and work with our federal partners to ensure that ICE does the job of deporting dangerous criminals out of this country.
So you'll hold them as long as you have to hold them until ICE comes down and gets them?
Absolutely, because there was federal law passed decades ago that actually reimbursed local governments for holding these illegal immigrants until ICE takes them into their custody. And so we believe that we'll work with ICE and get this done. If this law passes, Bill, it will be one of the strictest in the nation, and I think it will eradicate sanctuary cities in Louisiana.
We will follow it, see if Louisiana can't lead the way against the sanctuary city movement. Mr. Landry, we appreciate it very much. Thank you.